Hi guys, so today I have this beautiful new APG or Amazing Paper Grace Becca Feeken seasonal motif dies to share with you guys. These are now on Spellbinders site. They were just launched here in August, and they were sent free of charge for my review, and of course all opinions are my own, and any links down in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you're a purchase items to those links, so thanks for using those, guys. So I have the 5 sets. So you think seasonal, there should be 4, you know, but there's an extra one, so we'll talk about that in just a minute. And then it also has a stamp set that goes to all the different, you know, sentiments that you might want to use during those times. I do not have that with me, sorry guys, but as a photopolymer set, I'll also link in the description box. That way you can have that info if you're interested in that also. So again, seasonal motifs. So here we have what would be like the holiday, okay? But then, you know, we have spring and summer and fall and winter, of course. So this one's a little bonus, right? Because I bet you she designed it was like, I don't know, I can't choose, because I mean, these are both very winter and Christmas and just so pretty. So as you can see, each one has a label. So, oh, you know what? Is the word label in there? I just thought they were called seasonal motifs, so it might have been seasonal label motif. But either way, like for this one for the holiday, we have an outer die, which is awesome. We have this inner one. If you want to just stamp this with a big sentiment that you have or something like that, that'd be really great. And then you have a background piece for it. And then we have this insert piece that is just like, it's like a shining ray, really, really gorgeous. So it would cut away and leave some portions. So you can see that, so you can use that as an inlay. It also has the little lantern, which I just think is super adorable. I'm super into lanterns, especially for Christmas, so this is really cute. It has like little fur, like sprigs, or you know, however you want to look at those, and then little poinsettias, or I would layer those up like a poinsettia. They could be, you know, something you just put the little berries. We have little berries here. That's the center of your poinsettia. You have the holly leaves. Oh my goodness, I didn't even notice this when I put these out because, you know, I was trying to get them on this board to show you guys. Look at the little candle. Oh my gosh, how cute. So you pop that in there. And then we have little leaves. I'll put that over here with your poinsettia. And then lots of little berries basically for your holly if you want to pop those on there, however you want to use them. Again, a nice little sprig. The spring one, you know what? Sorry. Let me give you a quick measurement. So that's about 4 inches. The metal is what I'm measuring there, by like 3 1/4 almost. And so they're, you know, about comparable. Like that one's about 4 inches. They're all about 4, 4.5. That one's 4.5. This one's a little bit shorter over here, coming in just under 4. So just to have that in mind. The spring one, again, we have the outer die. We have an inner die. Again, you can mat, you can put these together, make a frame, whatever you like. And then we have this really cool, I would say geometric pattern. It looks kind of like a lattice, but it's very kind of squished down, so it looks more geometric than lattice to me, but you can insert that. We have the little bunnies like jumping. How soft and cute is that? Adorable. We have flowers, of course, little buds, like little cute things that you would add to these guys here. Other parts to decorate those guys with if you like. You have sprigs, you have layered flowers, they're really cute, and then like this little guy. So that's the spring. Then we have summer over here, and summer again has that outer label, and it has an inner one, and this one actually has 2 on this one here. So this guy cuts like all these little tiny holes with a little stitch line that you can layer in here. You have just something different. Again, mix and match these however you like. We have like a moth kind of creature here, and then here I have some of these guys. So we have some a little body, and then I think they all layer to this guy. Yeah, so you have some different things. To me, it looks more like a wasp. Maybe it's like a, what's that one butterfly that looks kind of like this shape? I don't recall the name right now, but there we go. Let's put this back here. We have some leaves. We have like really stylized little flowers. Look at this one. And then this little guy. Just very different. And then we have this little guy, which I'm sure when it's on the carrier, again, I get samples, so my samples aren't, you know, I don't have any like inspo or anything like that attached to these guys, just the dies that I get, but yours will be on a carrier with some inspo or whatever you might need. There's these little flowers, you can layer those up. We have some sprigs, and then these a little flower center, and then an even smaller one right here, so keep track of that little guy. And then we'll put that there. And then over here, this is the fall, which I'll probably use today because we are heading into fall if we're not already in fall. I don't really know the dates on that kind of stuff, but does not feel like fall right now. It's pretty warm. We have this cool kind of shield shape. It's really interesting. I mean, you can use it either way if you like it this way or this way. Like if you're using this by itself without the inlay, or maybe with the inlay. It's just a pattern. It can be used however. And again, we have another die, and then we have this inlay. Really scrolly and beautiful with like little leaves. We can kind of see that in buds. Really pretty. And then we have the little pumpkin and the little acorn. He has his little top right here. Super cute. This little guy, I always call them like bells or berries or whatever it is. So we have this little guy, and then these little guys right here are what you would accent them with. And then we have like maple leaves and, I don't know, oak leaves. I don't know. Leaves, lots of leaves. And then this guy here. And then we have like a little wheat sprig, which I think is just gorgeous. And then our little... I love that the pumpkin top and the sprig is together, so you're not going to misplace that. You just have them there to go. And then over here is the winter, I believe it's called winter set. And this one has the two, the outer and the inner one. And you might think, oh, these other ones have inlays. I think what it is with this one is that you're supposed to create like a little scene, you know, so you have that cute little house or like cabin, and then this is his little roof, so you have a second piece for that to decorate with. You have like a little... fence, I believe that's fencing. We have like a tree line if you want to pop that in the back, do your little house, the little fencing. We have windows, oopsie, like accent pieces for the windows. For the two windows, you can run it through and you have your two little accent pieces. I put them down here, sorry. Snowflakes, this beautiful little like zhuzh. Look at that. Really sweet and fun. We have beautiful little leaves here, and some sprigs and the holly and lots of different like shapes of that. You can have the dimensions coming out from these guys, some other little leaves here. And I believe that, yeah, these are all over here. I just want to make sure because I was like, well, this might be over here, but I will verify that and get back to you on that in the next screen here. So, what I'm going to do is grab some papers and, oh, we'll get started. Like I mentioned, there is a sentiment set I do not have, but I do have this sentiment set from the Tinsel collection, I believe it's from. It's called Wishing You. And look how big these words are. So you have wishing and you, and then it comes with the dies for those words. So if you want to cut them out, you have that. And then, you know, you finish your sentiment. A happy ever after. Love and comfort. A joyous new year. I mean, this has everything. Peace and joy could be here. Wishing you could be here, right? Love and happiness. Holiday cheer. A happy anniversary. All these different things. I do have a happy Thanksgiving, and I think what I'm going to do, depending on if I can put the words in with everything else, I think I might not be able to. What I think I'm going to do is just stamp the happy Thanksgiving part and have that as a little strip. So, just want to show you that at the beginning. Let me grab some papers and we will get started. Okay guys, just have some of this stuff started. What I'm going to do is standard A2 size card. So this is just a card base from, you know, that I have in my stash here. 8.5 by 5.5 scored at 4 1/4, so you have an A2 size card. I have a piece of kind of a cream colored cardstock that I cut down to 4 1/8 by 5 3/8, and I'm going to run that through the August embossing folder of the month. It's really pretty. Just have some more texture in the background. I just kind of look to see where it is and where I think might look even, you know, if you want to take a moment to do that. So like right there looks really good because like on the sides it's basically the same. That's kind of how I check that out. I will run this through my Platinum 6 here, and then okay, so we're gonna use this guy today. Like I said, the fall one. So let me put this to the side for a moment. Before we get to all the pumpkins and everything else, we have these guys. And what I think is going to be really pretty is to bring in some of these gorgeous colors again that Spellbinders just brought out here. This is plum. Look how pretty that is. And I think what I'll do with plum is do this outside. So I'll have that one. And then just so it pops, I think I'm going to do this one with the white paper. So we have the cream kind of color. We have this beautiful purple, and then this I'm going to cut out of white paper. So I'm just going to lay this on some paper. I didn't grab it yet. So again, tape it down so the dies don't move, and run that through, and I'll be right back. Okay. And I always try to cut the things that have like the little pieces last. That way I don't have to deal with them until the end. Look at that. Oh my gosh. So again, I used some really thick paper. What I'm going to do is just take a moment to clear this whole little guy out. But I'll do that in just a moment. This, again, if you're going through your Platinum 6 or those kind of machines, it's just your standard base and one cutting plate, and then this with your paper in it. And there you have it. Oh, we can use either side. Oh, I'm always so torn because it's so pretty on both sides. Like the emboss and that deboss. You know what? Let's use this side. Why not? So I'm putting it with the side that's flat where the embossing's back here. And I'm going to put plenty of glue because of that. Just making sure it's really getting in there. And then I'm just going to lay that down and I'll be right back so I can clean out my die cut. About right there. Looks good. Okay, I'll be right back. I always like to put something a little bit heavy on top of my cards as I move on. These embossed ones. And so we have this guy. And this pretty piece here. Oh, I love it. And I'm probably going to put that one down flat because whatever little pumpkins I cut will probably be popped up. So I'm just going to take a moment to put glue all around the edges here. And in the larger spots, but I'll probably go ahead and put glue on the back of my hand and pick up the glue that way. I'll line those guys up. Okay, and I probably will have this pretty much in the center, so I'm going to go ahead and glue that down right now. You can tuck things behind this too, it doesn't have to be, we might do that. I just left it a little bit open on the edges as far as glue. I'll hold that down and I'll be right back. We have our card base ready to go. This is the kind of thing you can set up and then, you know, later on decorate. I've seen people do that where they just make a ton of card bases, like just that base part, and then you add your sentiment and other embellishments later, so you have that ready, which makes it very easy when you do need a card in a pinch. So I have some of these colors. This is mahogany, and I believe this one is called forest. These are some of the, again, the new colors there, or at least they brought back there on Spellbinders. And then I grabbed an orange just for my stash, so we can do some fun things. Oh, I also want to use some red. Okay, so the metallic red. Let me grab that. This guy, I thought that might be fun. Just a little pop of something. So let's see. We need some pumpkins. Maybe we'll do a couple of pumpkins just to have a couple of those guys. So I'll cut 2 of those out at least. Oh, this little leaf, remember earlier in the as I was going through the motifs, they do belong to the winter set. Okay, so we have those guys. Oh, look at these. Okay, so what I want to do is probably cut out a few branches like this out of the mahogany. The little berries or those little, I don't know, pieces that go with those guys. I'm going to cut from the mirror red cardstock. Okay, so I'm going to put that right here. So I'll probably cut a couple of them, run them through twice. This is our little stump for our pumpkin. You know, do you want to do it in green or brown, however you like. So I'll probably do it in the mahogany. Oh, the little acorn's so cute. Okay, let's do some acorns. So we'll do that also, mahogany on this top part. And then this bottom part. Is that how acorns are? I'll have to look real quickly just in case. And I'll run this one through like, oh, this one here. This is Dune. Look how pretty that is. So let's use Dune for the bottom. And I don't remember if that's what I'm saying. If the top is dark and the inside, either way I might switch it around. I'll look it up real quick right now. Ooh, some wheat kind of color. Let's do this guy. A couple of those. We need leaves. I'm just going to cut a ton of just different things. So maybe in some green. And I might pull out different green just to have some variety of colors. We'll see. But I'll cut out several of these little guys. And we'll just kind of play around until we're happy with our arrangement. And I'll be right back. Several little things cut out here. A couple things. Let's see. The little pumpkin. We could have done different colored pumpkins too. I just wanted to go with the same. They kind of just basically go like this. And you can just put that wherever. Or something like that. However it is that you think you want to put it. Kind of like that look. You know, place it however you like. Sorry, that glue I grabbed was giving me a little issue, so I'm just going to switch out to another one. Something like that. And then I'll place the other one. A little acorn, I looked it up. And if you like inking, then definitely go ahead and ink these bits. I usually just kind of go with it. It seems like you can do acorns either way. There's some with like a reddish brown, a little bit darker, a little bit lighter, all these things. So I'm just going to lay it on top, dark on the bottom. And I do want to show you that everything has a little bit of embossing. So if you want to run it back through your, you know, with your embossing abilities, you know, go for it. I didn't really do that, but everything has some really nice lines. Even all the veining and the leaves and stuff. So again, if you want to make that pop or be a little more pronounced, then just run it back through with the rubber embossing, or if you're using something like the marquee, you would just run it through with some foam or 2 pieces of paper. There's just something that gives it a little bit more oomph. And then for these little berry guys, I'm just going to run this through that beautiful red metallic paper. It is double-sided, but obviously I want the side that's nicely cut where the die pushed in. Okay, so I'm going to do it with these guys. The little paper kept sliding down and I was like, what is going on? So I had to pause to check on that, but yeah, here it is. Okay. So with these guys, I'm just going to take them, put a little glue, and then place these guys down. And I'll show you a close-up really quick because it has like a little tiny space at the top of the little berry, and that's where you're putting facing the edge here, like here. Sorry, it just has the tiniest little divot. Okay, and I'll do 2 of them exactly the same. Okay, I think I have all my pieces and the ones that need to be put together and all that. And we can just bring this back. Oh my gosh, that looks so pretty already. Here we go. So again, you know, wherever you want to put it, I'm assuming my little Happy Thanksgiving might be like over here. Oh my gosh, how cute are those? Again, you know, oh, we still have lots of fun things here. Maybe in there. Maybe a little spriggy here. Oh, I love it. How about down here? You know, as I'm placing, I'm like super happy with the way they look. I should probably just start gluing them down, but let's see. Does this one need to go below both of these guys? Ah, there's something in there. Having both of them sticking out right here. Or maybe he can just be over here with his fellow friend there, right? Why not? And then I just have a ton of leaves that I can just tuck in everywhere, and I think that's going to look good. So what I'm going to do is, I'll move that. Just getting a little glue on these guys. These guys are kind of delicate, so I'm going to put glue in the whole thing. So we like him there. And then maybe as I pick this up, I'll just put some glue behind that leaf. And I'm keeping them pretty flat, but if you want to give them like a little bit of a zhuzh, you know, give them a little something like this, give them some movement, you can definitely do that. How about I do that with both of these guys, and the rest of them can just kind of tuck away. Okay. Yeah, that one's going to be a little bit higher up. Maybe this one more this way. Oopsie. Let's put that guy back. Okay, let's move these. No, he needs to go there, and this guy's going to go a little bit further down. Sorry about the crows. I think I'm going to stick this guy down, but not completely. I always, if I'm not 100% sure, I just put a little bit of glue in the center. That way I can still have some movement and play with that. You know, as I bring this guy back in. And maybe I'm going to put some other leaves tucked in there, so I always make it so that I can still do that pretty easily. Something like that. Let me get some dimensionals on the back of this guy and the back of the acorn, and I'll be right back. Thinner dimensionals on the back of him. I don't know if you can see how thin that is. And then this guy has a thicker one. Just so we can have them here. And then maybe our little acorn can be right there. Maybe we can tuck another one coming out of somewhere else. Oh my goodness. This is just too cute. I feel like it needs to go in here. It might get covered up with my sentiment, but that's okay. We have lots of things to play with. Acorn there. So, you know, these leaves, do you want it to go with your pumpkin? Behind the pumpkin? They're really cute. I'll put this one down here. I guess I didn't really stick this completely down, this frame. And get under it over here somewhere. Maybe. Or maybe back down in here. Okay, before I cut anything, I was going to cut that, but I thought, you know what if I cut it and it doesn't look great and I already did it, so let me pick that up just a little bit. Is it too opposite this guy? I think it is too. Maybe that way. And then this little guy. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. And maybe even trim this one down a little bit so I can get it in a little bit further. Oh, I even have this leaf over here. You know what? Maybe we should use this one because it's a different color that I haven't used yet. So yeah, I just cut a few in different colors and figured I would just kind of play around. See what we like. Why not use them all up? So let's go for it. Okay. And then the last thing I'm going to do is... This is what we have right now, what it's looking like. Again, I have that Happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see where it fits in, because I feel like I need to leave it like this, but we'll see. Okay, let me get my stamp stamped, and oh, thanks, St. Gratitude, I like that too. Happy Thanksgiving. Let's see how big that is. Yeah, we might be able to pop that in there. Oh, right here. Okay, so I can stamp the whole thing with the A, because this is A, Happy Thanksgiving, because it's wishing you a, you know, Happy Thanksgiving. But let me grab a piece of paper here. If you want to, you can wrap it around your stamping block, and it kind of gets rid of that little piece. Let me see. Oh, this is a big guy. But let's say I have it like this, and I say Happy Thanksgiving, and then take the A part and wrap it around so it's out of the way. Or you can, there's lots of ways. You can just put a piece of tape over that, you know, and then ink it up and then remove the tape so then that doesn't have any ink on it. Lots of ways to play with this. Or just stamp it and then cut it, because you're going to cut it anyway. So let's just grab this. I'm going to do Happy Thanksgiving, and I'm pretty much just going to try to ink up the words Happy Thanksgiving. I think that's pretty good. Looks really dark on one side and not so dark on the other, so we'll see. I might not have inked that up as much as I would like. Wow. Now, if you have a die and you want to cut it, you know, go for it. I think I'm probably just going to cut it, just trim it to a strip, so I'll grab that by hand. But if you have any glimmer sentiments, you probably have a thin strip sentiment like die. I'm going to put this again, that low profile 3D adhesive there, foam adhesive, and then we're going to go this way, and I'm just going to put a little bit of glue right here to hold it down there. So a little glue, because basically that's the same height as this guy. We use that thin profile or low profile. Let's see, and of course I'm just eyeballing this, but you know, there we go. And there it is. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Spellbinders, for sending these items for review. I'll have the images coming up. I'll have links in the description box. And again, until early 20s of August, I think it's the 21st or 22nd. I keep forgetting. Keep that in mind. They are having a sale, 20 off of 100 on the US site, or 15 pounds off of 100 pounds on the UK site. And yeah, I'll have them all linked there. Thanks for watching, guys. I mean, again, as much or as little as you like, I think this came out really, really gorgeous with all the different little elements. And I just kind of cut them out a ton, you know, several things at once on the same cutting plate, and they're there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Bye now.